Hello everyone, today I'm here to do my August wrap-up. So I read 4 books this month. Get right onto it. First of all, I will say I attempted reading Armada by Ernest Cline this month, and that put me in the biggest slump ever. And I was not expecting that because you guys know how much I love Ready Player One, and Armada is just very different. Not to say it's not good, which I still haven't finished it by the way, I just could not get into it. And I think I read up to 70 pages and I was like, I need to step back because it was getting to a point where I didn't even want to read it anymore. And I don't know if a lot of people feel this way. A lot of people are saying it's very different from the Ready Player One, which is to be expected. Not every book by the same author can be exactly the same, which is a good thing. But I really just wasn't feeling it. So if you've read Armada, let me know what you thought. Do you feel the same thing, or are you struggling with it like I am? Should I push through? Because there have been books that I've loved that I have really hated the beginning of. For example, The Raven Boys, I've always said give it to 100 pages because it gets a lot better, and I feel like I should adhere to that rule as always because I love the Raven Boys series so much, but if I hadn't pushed through that first 100 pages, I would not have known my love for it. I will come back to it later, I think. I just need a break. So anyway, so I was in the biggest slump for the first 2 weeks of August, like insanely. So I know myself, and I know it helps me get out of a slump, and that is a good contemporary novel, and that's exactly what I did. The book I read in August is P.S. I Still Love You by Jenny Han. This is the second book / the last book in her companion series, or contemporary companion series. The first one was called All the Boys I Loved Before. I really like that one, and I really like this one. I have a review coming up on this in about a week or so. But I really liked it. I gave it a 4 out of 5. There were some quirks I didn't like. You'll hear more in my review, but if you're looking for a easy breeze-through book, definitely check out this series because it's just a light contemporary fun read. There's not a lot of depth to it, which is good and kind of bad thing, but I get into it more in my review. But yeah, needless to say, I still liked it and it really got out of my slump, so it did good. The next book I read was actually an ebook, and it was The Start of Me and You by Emery Lord. If you guys don't know, I read her first book, Open Road Summer, a few months back. I didn't really enjoy it. I really found the main character to be very much a jerk, and I just didn't really like it. So I was very hesitant to go into this book. But I really enjoyed this one a lot more than her first one. The characters were much more enjoyable. I really liked them. I really wanted to root for them. I liked the plot. This is about a girl who her boyfriend dies, and they weren't dating that long, and it's her starting the new school year, and she wants everything to be different, and she wants people not to know her as that dead guy's girlfriend. So she sets her sights on this really popular guy, and then she starts liking this other guy. It was really, really cute. Another cute contemporary book. I know I read way too many of these, and I realize that, like, I need to add a little bit more depth to my books, but sometimes it's just really nice to take a break from serious books or from fantasy and stuff like that, to just get lost in somebody else's love story, honestly, and it's just really nice. And so I think I'll always read contemporary books, but months are just never in love with contemporary books. I give this one a 4 out of 5. I really, really enjoyed it much more than her first book, Open Road Summer. The third book I read this month was actually an audiobook, and Everything by, oh, I forgot the author's name. This is totally random. I just was like, I need to read an audiobook because the majority of the time in my car, I don't listen to music, which is kind of odd because everyone listens to music, and I love music, by the way, but I just find myself either wanting to listen to a podcast or listen to an audiobook because I don't know, I guess I'm just strapped for time, so I'm like, I gotta be listening to something always. This is about a girl who has skin disease, which is like quintessentially like the bubble boy disease, where she can't leave her house, she can't have contact with anybody really because she could die as soon as something happens. So she's pretty much, her name's Madeline, and she's been locked up in a room forever. She's 17, 18 now, I think, and she just has a great relationship with her mom. Her mom's her best friend. She's a relationship with a nurse. That's all she knows. She's just locked up in this room. And then she gets new neighbors, and a teenage boy moves in, and you can guess what happens. She starts to fall for him, and she starts to break the rules and stuff like that. This was a very, very good book. I loved it so much. I especially love listening to it because I love audiobooks. I just really feel like you get a little bit more from listening to them for some reason. I don't know why. Maybe it's because you can't skip pages, because let's face it, we all do occasionally. But it's just so good. This book had such beautiful writing in it. It had such a good love story. It just was so amazing. I plan to film a mashup review with the last 3 books I'm talking about for you guys to know exactly what I thought about each book, so that's why I'm not going into too much detail, so be on the lookout for that in a couple weeks. But I really like this one. I'll go into more of this review, but it was so good. I highly recommend you listen to it. There are some qualms about listening to it because one person does all the voices, and her voice for the boy really agitated me, like beyond end agitated me. But other than that, it was a very, very good book. I gave it 4 out of 5. The last book I read this month is actually a middle grade book, and that is Circus Miranda by Cassie Beasley. And first of all, look at this beautiful cover. It gets more beautiful. Just you wait. You take the dress jacket off. I think I just got lipstick on it. Yep. You have a beautiful hardcover inside. It says "Believe." It's just very, very well made. And even at the beginning of each chapter, it reminds me so much of Harry Potter. It has little things, and at the end, actually, usually has a drawing. Stuff like that at the end of each chapter. I really like this one. This is about a boy named Micah, and his grandpa Ephron is dying. Ephron? I don't know how you say his name. Is dying, and his grandpa's always told him stories about this Circus Miranda, and he's always thought it was like fake and stuff like that. And it turns out it's real, and this person at Circus Miranda named Lightbender has given Micah's grandpa a miracle, and he saved it up until now. And so Micah takes it upon himself to go visit this man himself to get his grandpa's miracle to save his life, and it was just a very, very cute book. Very fast-paced, very, very quick book, and it was very cute. A very good book for children to read, I think, because it's very magical. It makes you believe in magic. It makes you want to root for everybody. It was very, very cute. I like this one. I just thought it was cool, cute, and everything. I really want to read a middle grade book because I really haven't before, and I'm trying to expand, but I really enjoyed it. I really did. I will say, don't expect too much from it because it's a middle grade book, so don't expect to come out with a lot of depth and stuff like that. It's just a fun, whimsical book, honestly, but the story was beautiful, the writing was beautiful, the characters were funny, and it was just downright adorable, okay? I gave it a 4 out of 5. So that's all the books I read for August. I'm doing so good with my book goal. I really wanted to read 35 books this year, and I've already read 29, so I think if I'm lucky, I can get to like 40 books this year, which is amazing for having a freaking kid. That's amazing. If you've read any of these books, let me know. Or what did you guys read in August? Let me know, because it's the last month of summer. It's almost over. Let's change that soon. Anyway, I'll talk to you guys later. Bye. Useless chapter.